What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the debut of Cover Lines with me, your host, Brian B.Dot Miller. Now, if you've been following me throughout my career, in-depth conversations have always been my priority. And with Cover Lines, it'll be no different. So with that being said, I'd love to introduce my first cover star, Brooklyn's own and G-Unit soldier, Uncle Murda. Murda, what's good?
What's happening, Dot? What's the word, man?
Everything good, man.
What's looking like, man?
It's feeling good, right?
Can't complain. Can't complain. Here.
Yes, we are. I feel like I should be welcoming you home, though, Murda.
Why you say that, man?
Because
Why you say that, Dot?
nearly a year to the day, March 3rd, you were with 50 Cent when you wrapped up the final lap of his world tour.
Definitely. Shout out to 50 and all that money he helping us get.
Word. Here's some stats, right? Third highest grossing rap tour of all time. 105 shows across 4 continents. That's crazy.
Damn.
I know you said you've seen every kind of pussy God ever made.
Yeah, I said a little something like that.
But what was that experience?
It was just rap lyrics.
What was that experience like for you?
What experience?
No, the tour.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, the tour, man, I ain't gonna hold you. It's super dope, man. Like really just getting the chance to see how other people in other places live. That's what kind of I used to think everything was about America. Like everything you had to live out here to be lit or for things to be popping.
Yeah.
So when I start really seeing like it's lit all over the world, like no matter where you go, they party, they turned up, they got their designer, they got their own music that they might be into, whatever. But people living all over the world, man.
Word. Like
they ain't missing a beat. This ain't the only free country. Put it like that. They live in other places.
Were there some countries that you were excited to visit?
I was excited to go to London for my first time when I actually went with Fifth. Canada, all the places, man. Australia, everything, man. I ain't gonna front. I've been having a hell of a time with 50 on the road, man.
A lot of people say it's fun at first going on tour, right? But then it becomes grueling. But you said it felt like a paid vacation.
Yeah, it did, because when you making I feel like when you're making so much money and you doing things that you love to make the money, it's like, how can that be work? Now don't get it twisted. We work. Because we got to go on that stage damn near for 2 motherfucking hours. Like Fifth is an animal and performing so many records. But at the end of the day, we love this shit, man. So it's good.
What was the biggest crowd?
I don't know, but I know we perform for so many people. You talking about a couple venues, 100,000 people that we performing in front of, 80,000 people, 50,000 people. So it'd be crazy amounts of people that we perform for, man.
Right. I love how self-aware you are, because even on the album, we're going to get to that in a second, you talked about like how even though they weren't there for you, you was cool with it.
Of course. 50 paying me to be here, nigga. My grandkids gonna get to spend this paper. Got rich off Get Rich or Die Trying 20 years later.
That's crazy.
Shit. Listen.
Were you surprised by some of the international fans that might have known who you were and your music?
I was surprised to the people that knew me, but I actually, like, just rolling with 50, I was surprised how big he was as an artist. Pause, no Diddy. I was just like, you gotta say that shit nowadays.
Yeah, right.
But I was just surprised at how, like, I'm like, damn, for real? Another sold-out spot, another country? It was just so many places, like, some countries I can't even pronounce the names that we've been to. And I'm like, nah, we selling out over here too? You fucking serious? And it should be sold out. These motherfuckers know the songs word for word. So that should be like bananas to me.
I saw you was mobbed up out in Oslo too.
Definitely. Shout out to Oslo. I had an artist out there actually paid me to do a record. I got my international weight up too now. An artist out there paid me to do a record, so they wanted to shoot a video when they found that I was going to actually be in Oslo with 50. So we made that whole shit work and all that.
That's what's up. Now, alongside you on the tour was founding G-Unit member Tony Yayo.
Yayo, my brother right there. That's my guy.
Are you guys the Passport Boys, the Passport Gang?
Yeah, well, I mean, we are Passport. We travel so much, so we got our passports, they stamped up. But that's Yayo brand. He be repping the Passport Inc., Passport Boys and all that.
How can I be down,
he got the passport chain and all that. But we are the Passport Gang, you know what I'm saying?
Or talk about your relationship, because from the outside looking in, it seems like you guys are legitimate friends.
Yeah, no, that's really like my brother, man. Like, we really communicate, if not every day, every other day, just seeing what's good with the fam and all that, cracking jokes. Just the other day, me, him, and 50 was on the phone all together, just joking, talking about a bunch of bullshit. So, nah, Yayo really is like my brother. We all communicate and we locked in.
It seems like it was destined to happen, because I remember when you rapped over Live by the Gun on your first mixtape back in like 2005, Pop Off, and now you guys are touring the world together.
Definitely, man. Yeah, Free Ride Diggs. That was back in the day. It's a Live by the Gun. Definitely free Ride Diggs with that. But me and Yayo been working forever. We definitely got records in from way back. That been my dog. You You know what I'm saying?
Now that you're like a G-Unit soldier, was there any like resistance when you started to come into the fold?
Nah, like as far as acting funny when I first came
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
I said, well, yeah, yo, nah, hell no, man. It been good since day one. Since day one, that been my brother, man.
Because some people thought initially, like online, they was like, oh, this guy's replacing Lloyd Banks or something like that.
It don't even be like that. I'm not here to replace, I ain't here to replace nobody. You know, bank situation is what it is, but I ain't here to replace nobody. It's just a vibe. Fifth got me and the crew in the mix, and we just here to get to it.
And speaking of Yayo, he's on your new album as well.
He's definitely on my new album. He went off on there talking crazy.
Murda He Wrote on the song Live from Romania. Did you know that he was gonna give you like 1,000 bars?
You know what it was? Yayo was there when I was actually I was spitting the verse. I was like, yo, damn, I got to get to the studio. I'm like, yo, I got this intro I want to lay down for the project. I'm about to rap. I'll be like, a word. So I just start spitting the verse. And it's so crazy. The beat I had playing, shout out to my boy, Boy Wonder. I had the beat playing. As soon as Yayo didn't even know where I was gonna stop. Cause I'm just spitting my verse. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go in. I'm like, yo, he like, damn, we going crazy. So as soon as I stopped my verse, he just jumped in like, yo, he just started rapping. I'm like, oh, okay, going crazy. He like, yo, you gotta let me get on that. I'm like, yes, say no more, let's do it. So then we laid it down overseas and all that.
He rapped for like 3 minutes. That's like the longest you ever heard from Yayo.
Yeah, when he back. My boy back. He back on it, man. He back on it. Yayo got a new project coming out too. Okay. And me and him got a joint project that we actually gonna put out as well.
Okay, is that coming out this year?
It might come out this year. We working. It's about, I say, 60 to 70% done.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that. Now, because it seems like you guys live on jets. Where were you able to record this?
Yeah, we have been on the road a lot, and we was just talking about these jets and these planes. I might take a little break because these planes been a little crazy. Fifth, they've been calling me Learjet Lenny. They might start calling me Tour Bus Murder because of all the plane activity that been going on lately, man. God bless everybody that been involved in that.
You was international murder for a second.
Yeah, I was international murder. Then we started taking so many jets. I'm like, yo, Fifth, they got my name Learjet Lenny now. But yeah, I found the time to do it. Well, as soon as we get off the road, man, I gotta go lock in, man. Shout out to Empire. They always support everything I'm doing, man. So as soon as I get off the road, I go lock in and get to it.
Yeah, because this seems to be like your most personal project to date, though.
This, I say this ain't a Lenny Grant story.
It felt like the second chapter to the Lenny Grant story.
Yeah, I would say that. Definitely, man. So it's like they kind of coincide with each other, man. Definitely. Lately, I've been telling them who I was on the phone with the other day. My man Ron Stu, and I was telling him, shout out to Ron Stu. He was saying, yo, man, I heard something on the gram. He said, yo, you was talking that talk. He said, I'm about to go check out the project. And I was just telling him, for the past few years, I really ain't been chasing radio, like trying to make the hit record for the radio. You know, chasing that, getting caught up in that whole thing. I just been making music that I want to hear, like just really telling my story, getting my point across. And that's what I feel like the Lenny Grant story and Murda He Wrote represents. Like it reflect that.
What came around
like
that
just giving
change?
y'all my story. Running around with 50, getting comfortable. Honestly, like things falling into place in my life. So it's like, okay, things is straight over here, kids is straight, family straight, people's is good. Let me just get in my bag. I'm locked in now. Like my money right, I'm good. I ain't got to be chasing certain things. So let me just lock in and tell my story how I want to tell it.
So you're making the music you want to make
let me just
compromise.
make without all that compromise and this trying to make this DJ happy or make this DJ happy. Shout out to the DJs. I love the DJs. Yeah. But sometimes the artists can get caught up, I feel, in that, trying to make what the DJ gonna play this on the radio, or I want this record on the radio. Nah, let me just get in my bag.
Right, and you definitely in your bag. Like even on the opening song, Oldest Brother intro, you talk about how it was like growing up in Brooklyn, man. Like you were essentially an orphan.
Definitely.
Like your father left when you were like 5 years old?
So my father left before that, probably when I was about 2, 3 years old. Pops Dukes left, yeah, definitely.
Did you ever reconnect with him as you got older?
Nah.
Wow. Then your mom passed away when you were 13?
Mom passed away when I was 13 years old. Had 3 little brothers. We had to go stay with my grandmoms. Well, live with my grandmoms at the time. And it was real, like, you know, like, yeah, it was real, man. Aunts and uncles arguing with my grandmoms, not really wanting her to take on the responsibility of raising me and my little brothers because she is old. And
Miss Florencia Lyons.
Yes, correct. That's good homework, B.Dot. Correct, man. That's my heart right there.
Yes.
And you know, at the time when you young, when you hear your grandmoms arguing with her kids about raising you and your brothers, you looking at them a little like, damn, y'all want us to go in a foster home? And because my grandma was just fighting for it. Like,
Right.
I'm not letting my daughter kids go in no foster home. And she fought, and it worked. And she wound up keeping us, and thank God for that, man. She kept the brothers together and all that. You know, as I get older, though, I realized with my aunts and uncles why they felt that way. But as a kid, you didn't. You know,
she was a real G. Your birthdays are like a day apart too,
day
right?
apart. Yeah, my grandmother's birthday is the day before mine. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, she was a real G, man.
She definitely was. My grandma used to be looking outside the window at the shootouts. God bless her soul.
You said she helped take the bullet out your leg or something like that?
Yeah, she did. Well, when I was when I got shot, I came in, pulled my pants down. Pause, no Diddy. We pulled my pants down. There was a bullet hanging out my leg right there. So we had pressed down on it. Grandma Love popped it out a little bit. Yeah.
How'd she do how to do that?
She just seen the bullet. It was there. It was hanging out. It ain't really take too much. It was just, you could just do it. And we just had to put, so the blood don't gush out like crazy.
And there was an incident where her door got shot?
Yeah, my grandma's door got shot up. After I had shot somebody, allegedly. They came and shot the door up. Like the door gonna shoot back.
Right. Was she home at the time?
Yeah, she was home at the time. Goodness. She was home. It was her and the dog we had at the time named Champ.
Damn.
I'll never forget, she called me later and like, yeah, these motherfuckers that shot the door up.
You're grounded, Murda.
Yeah. At that time, we couldn't get grounded. I was so deep in the streets, man. Yeah. Like I probably like 17, 18 at the time. My dog got shot up. Yeah.
But did you feel like, because you talk about your grandmother being like, well, you felt like you might have been a burden to her. Do you feel like she communicated that to you, or?
No, but it's like, it's why I say I understand my my aunts and uncles now that I get older, because you get to a point where a person supposed to just live their life. After my grandma's been working her whole life, taking care of the family like her whole life. We from Panama, so my grandma's had to go through a lot to even just get over here. Her just raising my mother and my aunts and uncles, it was a lot for her. So I get at it came to a point where she's supposed to relax. When she started raising us all over again, when my mother passed away, it was like a whole new responsibility for her. So a burden come from me feeling like the last years of her life, she supposed to have been more relaxed, chilling, but she was more still kind of raising me and my brothers, making sure we was good.
Right.
So,
and when your mom passed when you were 13, she told you before her death, you better not cry, right?
Yeah.
But what were your emotions like at that time? Because in your music, it seemed like you was really angry at God.
I was, because I'm crying as she's telling me that. And I was in I'll never forget, she's in the bathroom when we living in the projects.
Pink houses?
Pink houses. And she had leukemia. So I seen her combing her hair, and her hair was falling out.
Damn.
And I seen her start crying. And it made me start crying. So, and then that's when she really explained to me what she had, the cancer and all that. Then I started crying again. Now she told me, don't cry. Like, so I need you to be strong for your 3 little brothers.
Right.
That's what I said to Rob, Quan, Pookie, and Goldie. She like, I need you to be strong. You the oldest. If they see you crying, they gonna cry, and y'all gonna be weak. So I don't need you to cry. I need you to be strong. At least don't cry in front of them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So even like your grandmother being your guardian, you said you had to figure it out because you're the oldest brother of 4.
Yeah.
Like, did you feel that pressure of responsibility?
I did. Because, my mother used to go all out, and I was old enough a little bit to understand. My mom used to try to make all of us happy, buying us nice clothes, doing certain things like that. Try to keep us feeling good about ourselves, things of that nature, because we in an environment it's just so fucked up. So she used to try to keep us feeling good and looking good. And then when she passed away now, that responsibility felt on my grandmom's, which she didn't have it like that to do all the things that my mother was able to do at the time. So it was like, I got to kind of get out there a little early to try to keep up, to look a certain way, to have my brothers looking a certain way, just to eat a certain way, live a certain way. So, yeah.
See, I don't know what that's like because I'm an only child. So.
Yeah. And I had to get outside early to help that because my brothers was living with me up until, like, I was about 20, 23, 20, still trying to raise the family. Like,
you trying to raise yourself
living with me, yeah.
And still trying to raise them at the same time.
I'm trying to figure everything out, so yeah.
Wow. So you were like their father figure in a lot
Exactly,
of ways.
definitely.
But now you are legitimately a father. How many kids
Oh
you
yeah,
have
I
now,
got
Murda?
five. I got 5 kids, 5 little murders, definitely.
You
4 boys and a daughter.
You got to change your name for Uncle Murda, Father Time, man.
You ain't
Father
lying.
Abraham.
Definitely, I love the kids. Murda love the kids, man.
I saw that your oldest son, he graduated high school.
Yeah, he graduated engineering program that he been working on. Yeah, shout out to my baby boy. He did that, so
That's
I'm proud of him
man.
for doing that.
And the rhymes too on the new album, you said like you do things with them that you wish your father would have did. Like what are some of those things?
Just playing basketball with them and taking them to school, things of that nature. Letting them go swim in their pool in the backyard.
Wow.
Things of that nature. You know, me and my lady just built a playhouse for them in the house. Like, so they got their own little playhouse room in there. So things like that, watching them do that, like watching them drawing with them and just playing video games with them and bugging out with them. That's things I wish I had. I didn't have that. Like, I don't even know my pops. Like, you know what I mean?
So Uncle Murda's like the fun father. You like the...
Definitely. I try to be. I try to be a little strict sometimes here and there, but at the end of the day, yeah, I'm the fun dad, man. You know what I'm saying?
Uncle Murda, you doing PTA meetings yet?
I ain't go to the PTA meetings yet. I let the missus handle that. Babe, you gonna take care of all that. I let her do that, man.
That's funny, man. But the growth is so evident, man. Like, you know, even though you're still like on your bullshit from time to time.
Of course, man. You still gotta remind people sometimes. You gotta pop out and show niggas.
That's pretty on brand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What I appreciated too most about this project is like how you speak on the consequences of living like a certain lifestyle, like on everybody a gangster and gang shit. Like, why was that important to convey?
Because you just want to go, you always want to give that side to it and let them know, like, yeah, nowadays, if you see them every other 6 months, they're hitting the new young boys with the Rico out there. So you just want to let them know, hey, everybody a gangster till it's time to do gangster shit. You know what I mean? Meaning it's easy to go get the gun, to pull a gun out, to shoot the gun. But when you get caught, that's when you find out people ain't what they say they are. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let them know it's easy to do the gangster shit, but it's consequences to the gangster shit.
And you talked about that even on your last album, I Changed.
Of course.
It's like, yo, this is a whole new side of Uncle Murda we ain't never seen.
Of course, definitely, because you got to. You can't remain the same. You can't be doing the same things you was doing 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So you got to change. You got to evolve with this shit.
Yeah, at what point did you feel like you had to get your act together? Because I know the 7-5 precinct hates you, Murda.
They definitely do. I done had attempted murder on police, allegedly, with them guys over there and all that, man. So I had my history with them. But honestly, you know what motivated me to change is my kids. You know, because I had my first 2 kids when I was young. And then getting a little older and seeing them grow up and become a little grown, and then having the new little ones, you realize they dependent on you and they really like looking at you to be there and guide them through this shit. And you can't be doing certain things no more when you got kids like that. You got to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? So,
because I remember you said you didn't think you was gonna live to be 40.
You definitely did. Cause at the life I was living, this is before music and all that. Like, it was so much. You walk out the building in my neighborhood, it was a chance of getting shot. Like, yeah, I grew up ill. I definitely didn't think I was gonna see no 40. Like, so at the end of the day, you know, my kids always tell me like they love me and they save me. Like, my kids save me. They don't even know how much they save me. Like, you know what I mean? They be thinking like I'm doing something special for them. They really did it for me.
Do you see a lot of yourself in your children?
Definitely. Definitely.
In what ways?
I see different parts. I see the part of me and I told my lady, I see the part of me and my 8-year-old son. I see if I had grown up with like my mother and my father, how he just genuinely care about other people and just want to be a helper. Like, I said, damn, that would have been me, just a good person. Just like, no negative, do what? Violence? Nah, I'm not with none of that. He a good kid, man. He just, so I could see that would have been me if I had everything worked out the right way. Yeah.
Right. That's what's up, man. But you managed to navigate it through
it all, man. Of course.
And
God is good.
And this year actually marks your 20th year in the game, yo.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you dropped your first mixtape, Capital Murda, in 2005.
Wow, look at that. Okay, wow. Shout out Debo Brown home. Look at that.
Debo Brown.
He'd be happy to hear it. Okay, look at that 20th anniversary.
Yes.
Wow, look
even
at
though
that.
I just hit you with that news, like looking at your career after 2 decades, like what do you feel like, you know, your legacy is at this point? You know, some people don't get held 20 months.
Yeah. I feel I did good. I feel I'm gonna be remembered. I feel they're gonna talk about the Uncle Murda guy for a long time, the real rights that really know. And I tell people, I'm respected in this hip hop world of ours by certain people, so I'm good with that. Like the guys, it's like the sports guys, like you know how the Kobe Bryants and LeBron James, they look up to the Michael Jordans, and once you get to meet your peers and you actually interact with them, you be like, oh man, the hard work was worth it.
Right.
So for me, you know, coming up, hearing people like 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Kiss, and all of them, Nas, and to actually get to work with these dudes, like to really work with them. I ain't get to work with Nas yet, but for him to give me my flowers, to like, yo, homie, you be really talking that talk. Yo, salute. And for him to spit some of my bars to me one time and all
talk
that.
about that,
Yeah, he went on Twitter years ago talking about, yo, Uncle Murda give me Biggie vibes. So even though I didn't get to work with Nas, just for him saluting me like that and me working with 50 and Jay-Z and Kiss and Mariah Carey and Future, like all those things like that, makes me feel good about certain things I accomplished in this game.
When you met Nas, y'all saw each other in Qatar, right?
Yeah, we saw each other in Qatar. I met him before that. I met him a bunch of times before that.
What's some of the rhymes that he recited to you?
It was a few I did off me and Mano. I did a record. We had remixed one of his records. We had did that. I think it was the record he had did with Scarface. We had did that one, and then he had recited some of the wrap-up lyrics when I was going back and forth with Skills at the time. Shout out to Mad Skills too, man. Everything is we on good terms as well. Yeah. But I was just like, it was an honor to hear Nas like, wow, spin some of the lyrics on that, so that was dope.
And you, like you mentioned, you collaborated with Mariah Carey. I remember when Warning came out, she said that was like her favorite song at the time.
Definitely at the time. She was on Angie Martinez's show and she gave it up. Shout out to Angie for that. I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh man, me and Mariah. So that was a super dope experience. Shout out to my man Dan the Man Pro. At that time, we recorded that in his studio. And that was a hell of an experience, man.
You did it with her?
Yeah, we actually was we was in the studio together.
How was that experience?
I tell you, it was a funny story because before we went to the studio, damn man, rest in peace to my guy Hank, man, because he was there with us too, man. We was at a little spot, I forgot some spot in the city Mariah had us at. We was in there, it was like a little bar. We was just in there drinking, like a little spot, chilling. There you were.
Yeah. And
you can't make this up. Nick Cannon came.
Okay.
He was like, yo, what's up, man? What you doing? Like, yo, time to go. Like, we got to go home. Like. And she like, I ain't going nowhere.
I'm a murder.
She like, I'm going to the studio. He was like, what? Nah, we gotta like. She like, I'm going to the studio. And he really like, he just left. And then she like, yo, you got the studio for us to go to?
Wow.
We went to the studio and she did the shit right there live. Me and my man Dan the Man. She did it live in the studio. Dead serious.
How many takes?
It was we was drinking that night, so it took a few takes. We was on, man. We was a little twisted. It's about 4 or 5 takes and she got it done.
Wow.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 takes, she got it done.
What was Instagram at that time?
Yeah, Instagram. If Instagram was popping at that time, I would have been lit. I would have been super lit at that time.
It was
no gram. I never forget too. God bless my guy Chris Lighty. He couldn't believe that I actually had got Mariah on the record.
Wow.
I told him, I said, yo, I got Mariah, because at that time the remix was with Mariah, 50, and Jeezy.
Yeah.
So he couldn't believe it. I'm like, y'all got Mariah on the record. And Fifth about to send his verse, they said. He was like, what? He like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, Mariah's on the record and Fifth about to send his verse because my guy Renee had plugged.
Shout out to Renee.
Shout out to Renee.
Yeah.
He had plugged 50 getting on the record. And he like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, because at this time, One had been out for so long.
Right.
He like, you doing another remix to One? I'm like, yeah, another remix. And this time 50 on it, Mariah and Jeezy. He like, for real? And we pulled that off. So shout out to Mariah for coming through for that.
So now you're part of history. There's only 3 Brooklyn rappers that have records with Mariah Carey. You, Jay-Z, and ODB.
That's facts.
But another vet though, why are you so hard on Diddy though, Murda? Because you have a song dedicated to him on a new album, Pause and No Diddy.
That's not really dedicated to Diddy. That's
Inspired.
it's a slang.
Okay.
It's the slang there. That's why it's called Pause No Diddy. It's the slang. And it's just like, it's not that I know people feel like, oh, Murda's with 50 now, so he's going extra hard on Diddy, no Diddy, because he don't like 50, don't like Diddy. No. If a motherfucker play themselves during the time of the wrap-up, because that's why people feel like I'm going hard on him, because last couple of years in the wrap-ups, I highlighted him, but It's the same thing when Kanye was acting a little crazy for a couple of years. I highlighted him too. I don't got nothing personal. It's like I'm like the motherfucking the rap shade room, or whatever you want to call it, the rap baller alert, the bad guy. I just talk my mind. I say shit that y'all know what's happening, y'all know what's going on out there, but I'm just gonna say it from my perspective,
right?
Respectfully, disrespectfully, I'm gonna say it. So I don't got no problems with Diddy, man.
Okay. And I remember when you were coming up, you said whenever you saw him, you were like really aggressive and like, yo.
I used to, you know what it was? Me coming up, I wasn't aggressive with Diddy because I barely saw him like that. But what it was, I used to always in the music highlight. I felt like nobody ain't ride for Biggie back in the days. I felt like Big got killed. Me on the young come, I felt like Big got killed, and everybody out here on the East Coast like kind of deaded the beef after that. I was a little scared, and nobody really do nothing back. So I used to just talk about riding for Biggie a lot. Shout out to my boy Kendall Savage. He know how I used to be on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop. But I used to just always highlight that, man. Like, damn, nobody rolled for Biggie. Biggie, I'm young, I'm from Brooklyn. Biggie was everything to us at that time. So I used to just be heavy on that. Like, nobody rolled for Biggie, man. Like, what's going on, man? And you know, that was Biggie, Diddy. So I used to always highlight certain things about Diddy.
Yeah. Your journey has been unconventional, because like in a lot of ways, you're like a hip hop journeyman, right? Because you came up under DJ Green Lantern.
Shout out to Green Lantern.
Shout out to Green Lantern, Rough Riders, signed to Jay-Z.
Shout out to D&Y, Rough Riders, definitely.
Line with Epic at one point.
Definitely. L.A. Reid gave me a bag too. I got some money out of L.A. Reid.
A lot of stick-ups here, Murda. And now you with 50 Cent.
Definitely.
Talk about your relationship, man. Like, what are those conversations like off camera?
Dope, man. I ain't gonna front. 50, he really check up on a nigga too. It'd be sometimes, because I try not to call Fifth. Like, so I don't be willing. I know nigga got a whole bunch of shit going on, but Fifth will call you. Like, yo, nigga, what's up? What's going on? He check up on you and your family and shit like that. So the relationship with Fifth is dope, man. I feel like me, him, and Yayo is like that. I think I seen it one time. It's like I think they had like Freddy Krueger, Jason, and Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Like everybody a little crazy in their own right, but we all understand each other and we get along. So it make like the perfect crew, shit like that.
Yeah.
But nah, Fifth dope, man. He definitely put me in the position. Thankful for, blessed, super dope, appreciative of that shit, man. And he's just a real one. I know sometimes he be telling me sometimes like I'm a chill murder. And then like probably an hour later, you see him doing something crazy again. I'm like, man, that nigga ain't fucking chilling. I be thinking he really gonna chill this time, but then he'll do some more bullshit. Like, but other than that, it's good, man.
Does he give you like advice in the game that you didn't know and things like that? Like,
I would just say watching him, seeing how it never stopped. Like his work ethic, man. It's like we had just finished doing 100 and like you see that tour we did, and we get back off tour. 50 got 5, 6, 7 different parties set up because he's promoting the liquor. It's like the work just don't stop for him. It's just like don't stop working. It don't stop. It never stops. He just keep going. He's a machine. It be shows sometimes after the show. You know, me and Yayo might go back. Damn, we just was on stage for 2 hours. Just drove to the video. Get back. Cool. We get back. You know, a little smoke break. Relax. And we chilling. This nigga 50 want to go straight to the gym. After the show.
After the show.
After the show.
The show was the workout.
The show was the workout. This nigga still want to work out. Then 6, 7 in the morning, back at it again, working out before another show. So, yeah, the work ethic. He just showed me, like, if you really want something, you got to work for it. Like, some people could say they want this and they want the lifestyle, but you got to work. If you really want it, go work for it.
Right.
Period.
And you said he helped you get this big-ass house, right?
He definitely helped me get this big-ass
house, Murda.
Shout out to the house. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was well-deserved. And, yeah, I love it, man. I love it. Not more for me. I love it for the kids. They get to grow up a certain way. They get to live a certain way. And I'm just happy I was able to do that for them. Because me, I grew up in the projects. It's a long way from East New York where my kids is at right now. So I'm just fortunate and thankful for that, man.
A lot of Caucasian neighbors.
A lot of Caucasian neighbors. Shout out to all my Caucasian neighbors. I love my neighbors. I actually got some dope neighbors too.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah, I love my neighbors.
Do they know who you are? Like,
a couple of them actually do know who I am, and that's cool. they older, so it's all good. Yeah, so it's all good, man.
That's what's up, man. I saw, speaking of coming home, man, your man Debo Brown, he just came home.
Welcome home, Debo Brown, fresh off of 15 years. My guy Teezy home too, fresh off of 10.
King Tut.
Yeah, man, Tut home too after doing 27 years. A lot of people home. A lot of real ones is home. And they everything is good with them. They straight.
Right.
Yeah.
How did it feel having Debo back in your
It
in your
felt
life?
good, man. It felt good having my road dog back out here. I'm happy for him. I'm happy he get
Mm.
to be out here, get to try to get his relationship back right with his kids.
Mhm.
He got to see his moms. His moms is here still. You know, he got the God bless, she's
Yeah.
here. Her health, everything is good. So I'm happy he got to see that. And I'm just happy he got a shot.
Yeah.
He back out here with a shot. He get to turn up and get the win again.
And I saw that shot with you and King Tut. I was like, yo, how the hell Uncle Murda and King? Is that an East New York connection?
Of course. He from
Okay.
East New York. I'm East New York. Shout out to my guy White. Tell him Blanco sent
Yeah.
you. You know, he helped assist Tut get home and all that. So yeah, when Tut came home, we reached out. You know, we had a party, brought him out to a party with 50 and all that shit. And yeah, man, East New York, man. Shout out to Tut. He home doing some things. He working on some things, talking to the youth, trying to get them on the right path. Positive things from my guy Tut.
Right.
So you know the vibes.
That's what's up, man. Now, Murda, I know you're known a lot now for the wrap-ups, right? But I think your storytelling is what should be really celebrated, man.
Definitely.
You show some of it on the new album, like Trust Nobody.
Uh-huh.
Is that kind of like based on a true story?
It was yeah, it had some things in my life that I went through with a couple of people I couldn't trust like that no more. That actually hurt my heart. People I used to, you know, it was a couple homies that you grow up with. That's life experience though. Sometimes you might think a motherfucker is like a brother, but they turn out to be not a brother. So
you incorporate a lot of like your real life into your songs. Do you have to check with family members when you put out some of these music?
Nah. Sometimes a few of my homies will laugh though, like, oh, homie. Tone it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're going too far, my man. But yeah, nah, it is what it is, man.
What about the family stuff? Like, do your brothers often react to some of the
rhymes? I get a text for them. Definitely my brother that's like a year and a half younger than me. He'll be like, yo, bro, yeah, you talking, bro. You hit home on that one. And my youngest brothers who actually be on the project with me, that's actually my blood brother.
Oh, that's your real brother?
That's my real brother. Q Benz is my real brother.
Right.
That's my mother's son, my mother's youngest baby. So he's super dope. I just want him to actually go harder, but I think these boys got a problem on their hands, and a lot of these artists gonna be in trouble. If Q Bands really go 100% hard, no Diddy pause, y'all in trouble because he got it. So yeah, y'all look out for Q Bands though.
Now, speaking of the storytelling, it's been like almost a decade since I asked you this, Murda.
I know.
You know where I'm going with this.
Because you got people on the grand top like, oh man, these some real Uncle Murda fans. Where is Brother and Sister Part 3 at?
Yes, and where is Brooklyn Tale?
And Brooklyn Tale Part 2.
Please explain, Murda.
Okay, man. So I got to get in my bag for that. And I'm actually in a comfortable space right now, like I was explaining to you, in my life where it is time for those stories to come out. So I got to go really get in my bag. I'm going to go make sure I get the right beats. I got to go sit down with my guy, Great John, holla at my guy, Buck Roll, too, probably. I'm going to go get with them, and I'm going to finally get Brother and Sister Part 3 out there.
Finally.
And I'm going to get Brooklyn Tale Part 2 out there, too, man.
How do you come up with these concepts? Like, do you watch a lot of movies? Some of it's based on real life?
Some of it's just based on the hood. And I actually am a movie guy. Like, I was big on the, like, stuff like The Wire when it first came out. And then, you know, everything. Now you got the Powers and, you had the other show and all that. Snowfalls, BMFs and all that. So I be into those. So when I write my music, besides telling my own story, sometimes you just want to be creative and come up with a dope story. Like, what could bring people in? Like some real dope, something I could just make a movie too, damn near. When I was making Brother and Sister, that's what I was thinking about, like some movie. And Brooklyn Tale, it was like a dope movie. Like, I want to damn near rap direct the movie.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be like a movie element to it. Like, you're going to bring it to like Netflix or something like that?
I had plans on trying to do all that. That was just me talking a whole bunch of stuff at that time. But now I'm in a position where I can actually bring some of these things actually to life. So, and definitely being with 50 and all that. So I'm in a comfortable space now, because I remember you asked me about that years ago, B.Dot. So I'm in a comfortable space now. I'm about to get that together, man. Try to put a movie together with that as well, man.
Does it take a long time for you to write?
Sometime it do and sometime it don't. I guess probably all artists could relate to that. Sometimes it could be just so hard getting the first line. You be just trying to come up with them first couple of lines, and then you could be stuck. I know for me anyway, sometimes I'll be stuck the first couple of days or just trying to come up with a line, but then once you get it, it's like you on the roll from there. You on the roll from there. So that's how it be. Or sometimes you might get them first couple of lines, and then you be dead. You be stuck after that. Like, oh man, I'll get back to this later.
So when it comes to storytelling, who were you inspired by? Was it just Biggie, Nas?
I was inspired by Nas. I was inspired by Biggie. I was inspired, even though Slick Rick was a little bit before my time.
Yeah.
But I still got put on to Slick Rick through over the years. So I used to love the stories he told as well. But yeah, it was really Biggie and Nas that inspired me with the stories.
Yeah, because when Nas said that he reminded you of Biggie, I understood what he came from. I tell people that all the time because it's like the wit and the storytelling ability, we don't see that too often now.
Definitely.
So,
I was surprised when Nas said it. I was like, damn, I never looked at it like that. Shit, I was like, yo, that's super dope. Man.
Yeah.
Salute. But yeah, I definitely got my inspiration from them with the storytelling.
That's what's up, man. So wrapping up out of here, Murda, what can we expect for 2025, man?
2025, man, I actually got I got a tour coming up. I'm going to Canada.
Okay.
Shout out to my guy, Peter Jackson. I got a tour coming up in May going to Canada. 50 and us about to run around on tour again. We about to start running around in June.
Again.
Shout out to Empire. I'm put some more music out. They always keep everything popping over there. Shout out to Gazi Adiba. That's the family.
What's the Uncle Murda set list like? Because I know you're not doing wrap-ups from 2021.
Definitely not doing the wrap-ups. I might sprinkle a little bit here in the wrap-ups here and there, a little something. But Uncle Murda got a good set list, man. I got some
Warning,
records out there.
Course.
I got Warning out there. I got Bullet. I got records with. I got the record with Future.
Yes.
I got Young and May. I got records with 50. I got some things out there, man. I got some things out there that I could give to the people, man.
Word. And you hit that road again with 50.
Definitely, man.
That's crazy.
So life been good. I can't complain, man. I'm just out here chilling though, man. Shout out to Cookies Harrison.
Yes.
They got some of that good bud. If you're in the New York, Jersey area, pull up on them if you're trying to get your mind right. They keep everything popping. But life is good, dog, man. For 2025, I'm just trying to make more money, more collaborations, and keep the family happy, hang out with the kids, keep my guys out the jails, and help get some of the guys out the jails, and that's it, man.
Do we got a license yet, Murda? Do you know how to drive yet, Murda?
Murda still don't know how to drive. I'm still. You know what's crazy though? I actually did. I did the other day. I drove my 5-year-old. He just turned 5. Happy belated birthday, Kylo. He just turned 5. On Valentine's Day. I drove him to school the other day.
Okay.
I fake tried. My lady was in the car. I was a little nervous, but I made it happen.
So wait, you don't have a license, but you don't know how to drive at all?
I don't know how to drive at all. I get nervous when I get behind that wheel. I'm not good. That's not my thing like that. Because when I was young, I tried and I drove into a tree by mistake.
Oh my God.
It was a long story, man. So yeah, but I actually tried the other day. I drove my son to school. I made it. I was like, oh, I felt good. I did that. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that again for quite some time, but it felt good.
Okay.
It felt good.
Now, before we got out of here, Murda, this is the first episode of Cover Lines.
The first episode of Cover Lines.
Yes.
Shout out to my boy B.Dot.
Oh, that's all we got, man.
Definitely, but I'm not mad at you, man. I'm not mad at you, man.
Yes. So I want to try this new segment out, right?
Okay.
It's called RAPinion. So
RAPinion.
Yeah, so it's like your own rap opinion. It's a hot take, right?
Okay.
I want to know what Uncle Murda hot take, whether it's unfavorable, it's uncontroversial, whatever you like. What's your rap take? Anything.
What, Uncle? You said now. What is it based around
It's
again?
anything rap related, a rap opinion, whether it be favorable, whether it be unfavorable, controversial, personal, whatever you think. I need your rap opinion, your rap take, your rap opinion.
My rap opinion, my rap take about something.
Anything. Good album, bad album, something that was overrated, underrated.
Let me see. Wow.
Borough has the best rappers. Anything.
They tried to say Queens. Me and Yayo was arguing on Gilly's show about that.
Wallow.
Queens just got a whole bunch of rappers. That's what it is. I got a bunch of names. But Brooklyn we got the young ones too. But let me get something else. Let me see. A rap take. A rap take.
Anything. I know you have arguments with your friends about certain rappers being better than others, or do you feel like an album is better or underrated?
Okay. I hear a lot of let me ask you something. Who you think is better out of Biggie and Tupac?
Depends on what you like. I think Biggie overall is a better rapper because I think he used literary devices better than Tupac. Tupac had a great flow and his voice weighed a ton, but Biggie gave you more metaphors, similes, puns than Tupac did.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Biggie.
All right, me too.
You going with Biggie?
I go with Biggie too. Because that's something a lot of people talk about. And then I seen Yayo was arguing about Biggie and Ice Cube. Was you an Ice Cube head?
I loved Ice Cube, but you know the thing with Ice Cube for me is
was before your time as well.
He was a little bit before
your
my time.
Okay,
you know, but I appreciate what Ice Cube has done, and I love his music. So
okay,
yeah,
okay. So my rap take, I wanted to know who you thought. I never heard your opinion as far as Biggie and Pac. I never heard your take on it. Because I know you like a real hip-hop historian. Y'all be on it. I would just like to say, highlight more. My take or my advice to you, I would just say highlight more of the young guys from New York more, B.Dot. Because my guy White told me to tell you, yo, he don't be really in tune with the Chef G's and the Sleepy Hollows. So I need you to get in tune more with the young guys from New York. I know it's drill, but you got to get more in tune with some of the young guys and what they doing.
So Chef G, Sleepy Hollow.
Chef G, Sleepy Hollow.
All those guys.
We got the young boys now too. Keith Moona, my boy BG the Don. That's up and coming crew that we got going on. But yeah, get more in tune with the guys.
All right, bet.
You know what I'm saying?
I respect
Murda
that take.
He Wrote out now.
There we go.
So
Murda He Wrote.
Know. And also there's a new jewelry company popping in the Diamond District. It's Hot Jewelry.
You doing jewels too,
Cello, New York. We getting our hands in a little bit of everything. So if you're trying to get your bling bling game right, go holler at my boys. It's Hot Jewelry, Lucello, 48 West 48th Street. We moving.
No conflict diamonds, Murda.
No conflict diamonds. These is all official, baby.
But if you don't
20
pay,
years they've been in business.
If you don't pay, it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a problem.
That's only conflict.
That's it.
That's right. Make sure y'all stream Murda He Wrote now.
Murda He Wrote out right now. And that Lenny Grant story out right now. Let's go.
Uncle Murda, thank you for coming.
No problem. Thank you for having me, Doc.
Appreciate it.